So some questions from the room first.
Coach, as you see this, coming off a bye week, your guys' first of the year, how important was that for you guys to kind of regroup as a squad and, focus on these last 4 games?
Well, the good thing is obviously you guys get a chance to recoup in terms of physical piece, and we get to do some football, and we obviously took advantage of that Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Monday we obviously reviewed Saturday's contest, and then moved on as well. We're able to get a jump on Army, which is a huge deal because they've made a transition in their offensive style, so that helped us as well.
How much of an advantage is it that Army
Recording in progress.
play last Saturday, and you guys obviously got the bye week off? How much of an advantage does that play that they had to suit up for last week?
Sometimes that goes in a positive direction, sometimes it goes in a negative direction. It all depends, what kind of health you come out of that contest, or how well you play or whatever. I mean, that's always a challenge, and there's no predicting it. So, could be a positive, could be a negative, like I said. So, interesting though. Obviously, they went into the SEC and took on the LSU challenge. So, not an easy process.
You've been talking recently about, wanting to get Tyson slowly back involved in the offense, running a little bit more. Tyson told us a couple weeks ago, would obviously help him if he was able to be at 100% and run. How close is he to that 100%?
I think, obviously he's getting very, very close to that. I can't say 100%, but I can say, obviously, each and every week, there's been no setbacks. So that's been a positive.
When you reviewed last week's game, was there anything that stood out to you that you wanted to work on and have change the upcoming week?
There's a lot of things. I mean, just execution is such an important piece, and getting back to playing complementary football is an important piece, and obviously this is really a huge stretch for us. We've got 4 games left on the schedule, and just had a bye. We're going to play 2 games and have another bye. So, obviously, those can be positives depending on the health of your football team at that point in time.
Headed into those last 4 games, is there any specific things you guys are looking to do better at? Anything you're looking to refine?
We got to get better, period, as a football team. So we're working in all areas. Offense, defense, kicking game, all those things. I mean, there's not an area that we can't improve in. And, I thought we took a good step last week and came away from the practice phase of the week and felt really good about the progress that we had made.
Kieran Lynch-Adams has been a huge aspect of this offense. Obviously, near the top of the nation in rushing yards. How much has he played a factor in just team success offensively?
Oh, huge factor. I'm just happy that he's been healthy, because that's the piece that's been able to allow him to showcase his talent level. I don't think he was able to do that a year ago, but obviously this year, he's been healthy and has been able to, show the world, what kind of a running back he can be against quality opponents as well.
Last year, you guys hosted Army, obviously had a little bit of trouble stopping the triple option. Have you guys kind of identified?
They don't run the triple anymore.
Do they still?
Changed.
How do you guys had identified kind of their new offense, gone to their film this season, and figured out the right adjustments to make?
We hope so. That certainly, was the goal last week. So it was just preparing ourselves for, their scheme. And, really all the triple option teams have had to make an adjustment. You can't cut block anymore. You can't do certain things. So I wouldn't say it's a forced deal, but it's certainly semi-forced to adjust, what you're doing so that you remain inside the NCAA rules.
What have you seen out of Army defensively?
It's very typical. Woody's worked for me. Their DC worked for me at Michigan. So, I have a pretty good idea as to what he's done in the past at times. But, the one thing that he'll do is get him to play hard, and that's what they're doing. They're playing hard. They're running to the football, and, they're good tacklers by nature.
Go ahead, Reg.
Good afternoon, Don. I did get to see the Army against BC this year. They do have some components of the old option still in their game, though, don't they?
Yes, but not out of the formationally. They're much different. They're like a typical spread option team now.
How do you prepare to defend a team like that?
We defend it every day, because we're very similar.
Go ahead, Howard.
Hi, John. How much, over the course of the last week, how much self-scouting did you and your staff do? And what was it like for you and the coaches all week? Were you able to get out and do any recruiting in the bye week as well?
We certainly got out and recruited, especially early in the week, the Sunday, Monday-ish type range. We did practice Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then we're on the road again on Friday. So, it's a combination. It's a hectic week with with time being spent on scheme, like you said, self-scouting, and, getting on the road and just reestablishing connections with student athletes and their high school coaches.
What did you discover from the self-scouting that maybe you might not have noticed because you're busily preparing every week for the next game?
I would say the biggest thing for us, especially offensively, got to do a better job of being playing on third down. That was, just being successful on third down is a big deal. So, that coupled with our, third down play, first 4 weeks or so, 5 weeks, pretty good on third down. Last couple weeks, not as much. So, that was, if you pick out one thing, I would say, our compatibility or our complementary football on third down at the end of that stretch was not what we want it to be.
All right, thank you, Coach.
All good?
Time, Coach.
All right, guys, have a great day.